Have you ever wondered about the original stories of America? Long before any ships crossed the Atlantic, this land was home to a vibrant tapestry of cultures. Let's journey back over 14,000 years to when the first peoples arrived in the Americas. Over thousands of years, these early inhabitants blossomed into hundreds of distinct tribes. Imagine the Cherokee in the lush southeastern woodlands, the resilient Apache in the arid southwest, and the Navajo with their intricate artistry and deep connection to the land. Each nation developed its own unique languages, spiritual beliefs, and sophisticated ways of life, perfectly tailored to their environment. These weren't simple societies, they were complex civilizations. They built impressive cities, established vast trade networks that spanned the continent, and created intricate social systems that governed their communities with wisdom and balance. They were architects, astronomers, artists, and diplomats, thriving in a world they knew intimately. Then, in the 16th century, everything changed. The arrival of European ships marked the beginning of a profound and often tragic chapter. What followed was a period of immense disruption and conflict. As colonists pushed westward, competition for land and resources grew fierce. This wasn't a peaceful expansion. It led to the forced displacement of countless tribes from their ancestral homes. Tensions often exploded into brutal violence, like the devastating King Philip's War in New England, which forever altered the landscape and the lives of the people who lived there. The very ground beneath their feet, once a source of life and spirit, became a battleground. But the assault wasn't just physical. A systematic effort to erase native identity began to take shape. The United States government enacted policies aimed at forced assimilation. One of the most heartbreaking examples was the boarding school system. Children were forcibly taken from their families and sent to institutions where they were forbidden to speak their own languages or practice their own traditions. The goal was to sever their ties to their culture. Another policy, the Dawes Act, broke up communal tribal lands, fundamentally attacking the collective nature of their societies and their relationship with the earth. At the same time, Christian missionaries arrived, often viewing native spiritual practices as savage. They sought to convert indigenous peoples, leading to the suppression of ancient spiritual beliefs that honored the sacred interconnection of all living things. Yet, this is not just a story of laws. It is also a story of incredible strength and resistance. Native Americans never passively accepted their fate. They fought back. They resisted through armed conflict, defending their homes and families with courage. They also resisted through powerful words and activism, speaking out against the injustices of policies like the boarding schools. They found ways to preserve their sacred knowledge, passing it down through generations in secret when necessary. They were, and are, survivors. They adapted, finding ways to blend their ancient traditions with the realities of modern life. Today, the spirit of these nations endures. Across the country, thousands of Native American tribes and nations persist, each with its own sovereign government, its own unique history, and its own rich cultural heritage. Communities are actively working to revitalize their languages, bringing ancient words back to life. They are celebrating their traditions through powwows, ceremonies, and art, ensuring that their cultures don't just survive, but thrive. The story of Native American tribes is a powerful testament to resilience. A story of a people who, despite facing centuries of oppression, continue to hold on to their identity and their unbreakable connection to this land. Their history is an essential, living part of America's story. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you found this story meaningful, please give this video a like, and consider subscribing for more deep dives into history. We'll see you next time.